So today we're going to talk not exclusively, but certainly focused towards this concept of cameras in the classroom, which I have talked about on the podcast before, but I really love the attention that is on this subject right now. Thanks hugely to you. So a few weeks ago on April 1st, on April Fool's Day, Steps in New York, the dance studio, made an April Fool's joke that was not very well thought out or well received, I think. It got quickly taken down, and as such, the conversation around it also disappeared. And shortly after that, you shared on a personal feed kind of your upset with the circumstance, and you reopened the floor for conversation, and so much lovely, so much important, so much passion has come with that. I would love to know if there were any comments that really stood out at you as being something you hadn't thought about, a perspective that you hadn't considered, or anything outstanding in general that you'd like to share.
It became very clear that people are feeling like suddenly this place is result oriented. And, this feeling that um, at least if you're a professional dancer, like I'm already going to auditions. I don't really want to feel like I'm continually auditioning
Hmm.
in the room, because I think the way some people hold their classes that at the end of the class, they choose people to be on camera. And but some of the things that I've heard were also just like, I want to be able to go to dance class looking awful, or just like general privacy. Like I just don't feel like dance class there's like a lack of privacy.
Oh, yes.
And that extends also, and I think you're right, this is not a new issue. This is something from before COVID. But what COVID did now, at least in New York City, and a lot of my perspective is really New York centric because that's where I live,
Hmm.
that's where I work, and that's where I teach for the most part. After COVID, there are cameras, there are also TV screens in every classroom and every studio, at least in
Wow.
like at least I'd say Steps and Broadway Dance Center, because there's now a hybrid option that if you want to take class from home, you can also take class from home. So even if there isn't a professional crew in the room, there is a camera filming the class. And now like I'm teaching people in their living rooms. And if you're taking the class, like you're captured, your body is on someone else's screen. So
Wow.
it
Okay,
yeah.
that's a new thought focus for me. I had not considered that, and it certainly shows up here in LA occasionally, but it's certainly not in every room. In the studios that film the most, like Millennium Dance Complex, I think
Mhm.
is probably top of that list. No screens in there, no hybrid options, I think. So that I had not considered at all. That brings up a very interesting angle.
Yeah, it's complex, right? It's a complex
Hmm.
issue.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I think, and again, like I think I feel similar to you. I feel conflicted myself about it. Like, what is progress? Oh, and also, I want the studios to all survive and be here and thrive.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want for
Yes.
everyone.
We want dance
That would
studios
be
to
the
stay
best
open.
thing for everybody. Yeah, like of course. So like obviously, and of course, it's amazing. Yes, that people all over the world can take these classes. That is a beautiful thing.
Hmm.
I think that one of the best things about this whole thing is like having this conversation with you. I think it's
Totally.
just forcing us to kind of like, let's talk about it more. And I also, in general, feel frustrated with the dance community in the sense that dancers just very rarely get a place to talk and talk
Right.
about what's going on or talk about how they're feeling, especially people that are taking the classes.